Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Look, I'm all dressed for the part again today. Today I'm going to be doing pack 9 of the Fanhome release, a build the Star Trek Enterprise D. So we should be able to whiz through this today because there's not much to do. And I must say, this is the last video now until next week because as of now, I'm probably on a plane. This is the ghost of me you're watching at the moment because I am going to be in New York Comic Con tomorrow. Now, if you're based in the UK, there is a 5-hour difference. I'm 5 hours behind you. So you're probably going to start getting updates in the afternoon on Thursday of all the things that Fanhome have got in store for me when I get there, and I'll be able to show you all the new collections and releases. So that is going to be fun. Back to this Enterprise D though, if you do want to get this for yourself, I've put a link in the video description. There's also a QR code on the screen, but without further ado, let's get cracking. So this is the issue 9 magazine. As you see, we've got the inventory for the first 4 pages because there's 4 packs in a stage, and this is what we're actually going to be doing first. We do have the control board here with all the sockets that we're going to start plugging the lights into. We're going to be actually mounting this into the source deck system that we've created at the moment, and we're actually going to be connecting up quite a few lights. So that's quite a bit to do in just this stage without actually putting any panels in. Now I'm going to skip over what we're doing in the other stages because I'll show you them at the time, but I will show you the rest of the magazine here looking just like this. If you are a big Next Generation fan, or Star Trek fan actually, everything you could shake a stick at there. Okay, let's do this. So I need stage 31. Let's get this open. And I need the left neck panel, which looks just like this. Now in this area here, we have got all the windows pre-done for us, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So just putting that over the lugs here and making sure that's sitting flush in here. You probably heard it click in there. So there, all the windows done. How simple is that? Once we've done that, we can put that to one side and look at this amazing circuit board here with all the plugs which are going to be holding all of those lights together. So if you have a look at this circuit board, we've got 4 plugs down here. It's this top one I'm interested in because I've got a little wire here which I'm about to plug into that. I don't think it matters what way around we put this, as long as the pins are the right way around. So that's going to go in just like that there. And now the fun bit. Let's go and bring up the saucer. Okay, now I'm just going to move some of these out of the way here because the circuit board is actually just going to go above this section here. So I've got most wires going out in this direction, probably best on the top camera, but this wire here, which is green, yellow, black and red, I've got going off in that direction there. So this is going to be going up on these stays, this side here, and the same on that side there. So that's going to be how that goes in, and I'm not pinching any wires there at all. Now I'm going to be screwing the 4 corners in with FM screws. So it is a case of just taking your time on this when we put this in, because these cables do have a habit of trying to crawl back underneath again. Just like this green one over here. I don't want that to do that. But that's good. So they're all in place just like that. So what I've done is I've plugged all these wires in, and basically on the top we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in there. It's probably best to just look at the instructions because trying to show you where all of these wires come from is going to be a nightmare. But these ones are sort of on that side. The 3 here are sort of in this area. These on this side are coming all the way from over there. Obviously we've got the power one there, and I do have this little one going behind which goes onto the top, and I did have a stray one here. I didn't know where it went, so I'll put it in there, and that matches what the pictures have here. But they're in the order that they're meant to be in the magazine, so I'm hoping that they're in okay. But to be honest with you, it's basically how you do your wire tidy. The tidier it is, the better it is going to be when we actually put the other section on there. But we do get to test this now. So I do have my battery box. Nothing's going into this one, but the battery box is going to be plugging into the plug just down the bottom here. So I'll get that in, and then we'll see if these all light up, which by the look of it, they are. So that's how it's looking. Excellent, it's perfect. I'm happy. That's all there is to do in that stage. So I've put the saucer away now because we don't actually need that for the rest of this pack, and we're going to do stage 32, which means we're just doing this little panel here, putting the lights in here, and then we're going to be taking this section that we've just been working on, this one over here, and I'm going to be putting some lights into that as well, just from this Cobra neck section now. So here is stage 32. Let's get everything out. And I don't think I need my Q powers today because, as you can see, there's hardly any windows to put in. So, got 2 lifeboats to put in, or escape pods, whatever you want to call them, with the red line facing down here. And then I'll just put the windows in. Ah, heck, I couldn't resist. Just take this out of my helping hands. And I'm going to want to put this reflector just over the top here. That's going to hold everything into place. Just going to have a look at the other side. Don't think I'm going to need to put light block into those lifeboats this time. But I'm going to be putting that in with DM screws. Now remember, I'm going into metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in, but they're only going to get 1 turn. That's it, just to lock the threads in. Just 1 turn, just to keep the screw in place, because I do have some bulbs to put in here. So I'm going to be putting the yellow and black one just in this side over here. Wiggle that in. Perfect. And then the other one just going in this side over here. Then I can tighten these up. And there we go. With that done, that's another panel complete. Put that to one side. Bring over this Cobra neck section now. As you see, we had done this last time. This piece we're putting on here is going to go along the side just here. What I need to do is, with these bulbs here, I need to take the yellow and black lead here, and I've got a reflector to put over the top of these. So once again, exactly the same way, put the reflector over the top. I'm going to put 2 CP screws in this time, and not very hard at all, just again 1 turn. 1 turn. Put the yellow and black just into the top over here. So that's that one in. And then we want the yellow and white one that's coming from the top here, which is actually going in the bottom, if that makes sense. That's just going to go into this one down the bottom. And now they're both in, I'm going to tighten these CP screws up, and then just put a final one just over here. Excellent. So with there in, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 33, more windows to put in and a panel with some bulbs there. That's all we're going to be doing in that stage. And it is worth just telling you while I open this, don't forget we did have this, which we haven't put anything in yet, when we first started this pack. So I've kept that safe. Once again, bring over helping hands. Just put this into place. And put the lifeboats and the windows in here. And there we go. That's that in place. Once again, going to be putting a reflector on top of these to hold all of that in. Lining up just these holes here. Just like that to keep that in. And once again, we are going to be putting some lights in here. So the yellow and black wire going underneath here. I'm going to leave the other wire free at the moment. Put a screw in here, which is a BP screw. And then we just need 2 BP screws either side on this section just here. So one there, let's move my helping hands, and one there. So with them in, that's all there is to do in that stage. I can just check this. So just plug this in. And as you can see, that's lighting up absolutely fine. Perfect. That's all there is to do in that stage. So in the last stage of this pack, stage 34, I've got a big window to do here, exactly the same thing, but this time we're going back to this Cobra neck section. I'm going to be putting these panels in place, so by the end, it's going to look just like that. So get this open. And once again, I'm going to get all the windows and lifeboats in here. There we go. We had a lot of windows that time. Once again, gently take this off. And put that over the top, just like that. Scared to touch it now. Once again, BP screws, and just one turn. Then take one of these lights, and again, it's this time the blue and the red one that I'm going to be putting just down here. Just like that. Now I can make these very tight. Check that's okay. That's looking good. As you can see, once again, we can test this to make sure they're working okay. There's the lights down, and that's how that's looking. Perfect. Right, put that to one side and bring over this section, which we've been working on. And I've got the other windows now going into this side. Again, these are all pre-made for us. That's brilliant, isn't it? They're going to go in like that. And then once again, I do have a reflector plate, which is going to go just on top there. And then once again, these are held in with CP screws. So I'm putting these in with one turn. And now we've got two bulbs on this section, which are unassigned. We're going to be putting them into place now. So red and blue one is going to be going at the bottom here. And then the same just on this top one here. And just check the windows are nice and flush, which they are. Now, we do have another couple of lights here. Probably best on the top camera. I'm going to be threading them through these sides here. So one's going to go through the top and it's going to come out of the bottom. It's going to be fun getting that in there. Stand by. Perfect. Just like that. And I'm going to be threading another one, which is coming through this bottom square here. This one here, square, rectangle, Wayne. It's a rectangle. And just bring that out in the same place. Now we've got a couple of vacant ports, which I'm trying to show you just in the middle here, that they're going to be plugging into. So what I want to do is I want to keep one empty and put these in the two next to it. There we go. They're both in. That was tricky because of this plate here. I suppose you could loosen that plate and put them in. But they're in, and they're coming out the side there. I just want to loosen the top up now. Don't have to take all of these screws out. Just loosen them up. Because I'm going to be piecing this into place. As I said, it's going to be going, let's get this right, this way round along the side. So I do want to thread these wires through now. So we're not going to have anything catching when I put this in. That's got in perfect there, so that's nice and flush. And now you see the reason we had to lift this up. Let's get this a bit more looser. Is so we can actually put this underneath just like that. I don't know why I had tape on there. Another thing you need to do is you need to make sure that this section here, there's a little lip that needs to go under that one there. So you need to line that up at the same time as well. It's quite fiddly. It's nice and flush. Excellent. So let's tighten all these up. So they're all nice and tight. Then I need a BM screw. And BM screws are going to go into the 3 holes along the side there. So I get all of these in. And with this last one going in here, that is now in place. So if I turn these lights down, and I've got the switch here, turn that on, that is how that's looking. Pretty cool, huh? That's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. And there you go. That's another Enterprise D pack completed. I will see you on the other side next week. As I said, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, and I will post shorts up showing you everything that I can shake a stick at New York Comic Con. But look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.